With layoffs in the news, you may be thinking about polishing up your own resume, but have the rules changed since you last updated it? Do you still need an address or, I don't know, the year you graduated? So joining me now is Mandi Woodruff-Santos. She's the founder of MandiMoney Maker, an online career coaching community aimed at helping women of color. It's good to have you here. I remember my first email. I wrote every single thing down, all the extracurricular activities I did in high school. I didn't know if it was important or not, right? And then by the time I was maybe making a resume in college, it was just keep it to one page.
Yep.
These people are busy. They don't want to read all this stuff. So what are the modern rules for resume writing?
Well, my modern rule is that resumes are not as important as everyone thinks they are. At the end of the day, you and I were speaking a little bit off camera.
Yeah.
When you have a strong professional brand, when you are doing the thing that you want to be doing and getting noticed by people in power, they're going to come to you. And in fact, where there's a lot of talk about hiring right now, and it's kind of a weird time in the economy. We have layoffs, but plenty of employers are still hiring, and they are not always posting jobs online. Like they're looking on their own. They're looking, behind the scenes on LinkedIn. But that being said, of course, a resume is a tool that you can use to put your best foot forward, but it's not the only thing you should be doing.
Okay, so if it's not the only thing, then, I mean, my next question was going to be, what are the best practices for telling your story through a resume? But I guess through a resume and what else? And
your online presence. So you really have to think about how you can curate your professional brand on sites like LinkedIn and not sleep on LinkedIn. Like people like to say LinkedIn's a social media app, social media is toxic, and then you are really hindering your career because like 90% of recruiters and hiring managers, including myself when I was overseeing a team of 30, that's where we're going. That's our Google, for the best employees. So make sure you're putting a strong, making a strong impression on these online profiles. And then sure, have a nice resume to send. But ideally, you want to be hearing from recruiters coming to you first. And at that point, your resume is an afterthought. It's like, we love you. Now send us your resume. And that's why my resume is so boring, because I've never had to really use one in my career.
So you should focus your energy elsewhere. I noticed on LinkedIn that, yes, people have their pages and they have kind of, everything they've done career-wise, but then often they post other things. They might make comments. I mean, do prospective employers or recruiters or whatever, do they look at all your other activity on professional sites like LinkedIn?
Oh, 1,000%.
Okay.
Professional and otherwise. I mean, you don't want to be on TikTok and Instagram and presenting a different image, not like a non-professional image. Because recruiters and hiring managers, they will certainly look, and they can easily cast you aside if you're potentially going to embarrass their brand, So what I would say is don't post anything on LinkedIn that you wouldn't say, at the office happy hour or, the office town hall.
Before or after the drinks.
Okay, fine. Maybe not happy hour, maybe coffee in the morning.
Right.
Yeah. But you want to, of course, my thing is, curate your content, like talk about things that you want to be known for. So if you're an engineer or if you're, a teacher wanting to segue into ed tech, talk about those things, engage with that kind of content, and leave the other things aside because recruiters are going to glance at your profile and what impression are you going to leave them with. That's going to determine whether you hear from them or not.
Ooh, that is some good advice. Mandi Woodruff-Santos, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This Money Watch segment has been brought to you by Merrill, a Bank of America company. What would you like the power to do?